a child's life, I beg your pardon, the health and the welfare, the dignity and the physical and psychological development of a child. So the Act has really provided for a lot of things that protect children, and it is actually a very good law.
All right.
Yes.
That's something that we'll delve into as we progress. Now, what are the general principles of the rights of a child? What is a child entitled to? What are the rights?
Okay, so the general principles in the Children's Code number 12 of 2022 provides different general principles. The first one is the best interest of the child. This simply means that when someone is making a decision that affects a child, they should always have it at the back of the mind that they should apply the best interest principle is what I'm doing discrimination, meaning all children should be taken to be the same. They shouldn't be discriminated against, regardless of their sex, their gender, their age or social status, as well as the right to life, survival and development. Every child has a right to live. Let's allow them live. Let's allow them survive. And how this can be achieved is by ensuring that a child is growing in a family that is able to protect and care for that child, as well as the other principle is respecting a child's view. You know, children may be vocal, and if we stop them from expressing their views, it means that we would stop them from going in ways they should be. So children should be allowed to express their views, whether it's writing, whether it's in speaking, whether it's in art. And the last but not the least is attaining equity and equality, meaning let's treat all the children the same. These are the silent principles that the Act provides.
Right. Looking at the fact that the law has been repealed, what rights have been provided for under the Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022?
Thank you so much. That is a very broad question, because to be honest with you, the rights are quite vast, but I'll mention the ones that I have actually indicated here. So the right to survival, as she already indicated, survival and development. A child has a right to survive and also have good development. The right to expression, right? We're living into consideration based on the fact that they are children. But the Act has come in to say, look, even children have views, and their right to express themselves should be expressed as well. So there's also a right to prohibition of discrimination against a child as well. So do not discriminate a child wherever it is. A person should not discriminate you on the basis that you're a child. Right to name and nationality. So it's actually a right when you have a child. So when you have a child, it's a right that that child should have a name, and they should be given a nationality as well. Right to parental care. A child is entitled to be cared for by the parents. Right to education. The children that we have in our society are entitled to be educated. The right to health, which every other person actually is entitled to. Children are entitled to receive the same health care services that any other person is supposed to have. So the right to social protection and social services. What do we mean by that? Social protection, maybe a child should not be exposed to, I think the norm that we have taken it for granted is, should not be exposed to harmful behavior, harmful places where we send our children maybe to the club to go and buy beer for us. You're exposing them to harmful environments that will affect their good development. So it's very important that we know that children are protected from social protection and social services. The social services are basically what we have. Children should be entitled to go and do sports. They should be entitled to interact with their friends. So I don't know where the place for being grounded comes in this case, where you've done something and then your parents tell you to be that you're grounded. I don't know where that part comes in. I think that's what we need to hear from our listeners as they're listening, because now have social services, protection from child labor. We have noted, I think I've noted a lot, even as we're passing in the streets, that children are actually sent to be the one to be selling instead of being in school, which practice is not good, because when you're doing that, you are removing, or you are making these children not benefit in or not have the right to education. So all those things. Protection from armed conflict. So I think we should know, we thank God that our country is actually a peaceful country, but God forbid, should anything happen, children should have a right to be protected from armed conflict. A child has also a right to, a child with disability has the Disability Act actually does provide that children should be treated the same way. They should not be taken to say, no, this one cannot do this. So they should be given the same platform so that they are able to exercise their gifts and their talents. So they're also protected. Children have a protection of child on a move. Protection of a child on a move. A child on a move is basically somebody, in case we have conflict in one country, they are going to the next country. They have the right to be protected. Or also issues of getting maybe foster care, where a child is in a home where they're being kept. As they're being moved to the next, they have a right to be protected. Protection from maltreatment and other form of exploitation. This is where an African parent comes in. Maltreatment. Where is the line between me disciplining my child and also maltreating my child? This is something that we want to hear from the listeners as well. So protection from female genital mutilation or child marriage. We cannot overlook the emphasis we need to put on this. Genital in our African society. So now the code has come in that children should actually be protected from this, and also early marriages. Children were sent, they're being used as even capital in some homes where they see a rich man and they want their child to be capital for that particular home age that they're supposed to get marriage, or sometimes even against their will. Children also have protection from sexual exploitation. I think we've had, it's in the public domain where children are exploited. I'll give you a sweet, let's do something that you haven't done before. Or there are issues of, God forbid, we've heard of even men of God that would tell the children to say, for you to be blessed, there's something, I don't know if they are even entitled to be called men of God, but there's something that I need to do to you for you to, that's sexual exploitation. So basically, those are some of the things. Also, children also have a protection from alcohol, tobacco products, or any other drugs. So do not expose your children to these things when they are young. I also refer back to what I was saying to say, sending children to go buy beer, sending children to go buy tobacco. So now the actors come in to protect these children from all these harmful things. The right to leisure and recreation. Something that I think, they would scold you, really. Sometimes they will actually tell you that, why are you sleeping? Are you pregnant? Being a woman also, being a girl child. So in fact, children now are entitled to have leisure and recreation as well. So please take those children to different places as well. Protection from corporal punishment. I think this one is actually even a constitutional right. Not even the old people are actually supposed to be. The corporal punishment is actually has been banished in all areas. Also, protection from torture and deprivation of liberty. So a child is protected from being tortured in any way. Whether the police officer wants to find out something in a criminal offense, they cannot torture a child. They've been protected from that.
At 14:30, just for a minute, we look at the headlines and then we get back and we continue with the program, and we're looking at the Children's Code Act of 2022. This is SUNFM Radio and TV.
This News Minute is proudly brought to you by Airtel, the smartphone network.
The opposition Patriotic Front has charged that the country is currently experiencing the highest cost of living in the last 30 years.
This News Minute was proudly brought to you by Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yes, I'm making the transfer now. Okay, bye.
Oh no, I sent it to the wrong number.
You know you can easily access your contacts from the My Airtel app, right?
Oh.
Avoid such errors. Do the reversal, but next time, do it the smart way. Download the app on the Google Play Store or the App Store.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Foschini Group brings you massive Black Friday deals. Save 50% off the second item when you buy 2 at Foschini on clothing and beauty. For the gentlemen, get an extra 50% off also items and marketing. TFG, great brands.
They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But what about the germs? Did you think about that? Each of them live in and explore their own worlds. And my job as a mom is to not let germs get in the way of their creativity and well-being. I trust Boom Hygiene Plus Antiseptic Liquid to protect me and my family. Especially the little ones. So I say, 1 cup a day keeps the germs away.
Boom Hygiene Plus Antiseptic Liquid, the family germ protector.
Good news to all our customers and the general public. GF Bakery wishes to inform you that it has opened another outlet in Ndola Town Centre near Mulungushi Bus Station at Country Trade Centre. We offer a variety of quality, freshly baked bakery products such as fresh buns, fresh bread in different sizes, confectionery and special rich cakes for all events. We're also offering butchery products such as oxtail, smoked chicken, smoked pork, T-bone, special cut, mince meat, pork chops, and many more. For orders and inquiries, call, WhatsApp, or text on 096 78 461. GF Bakery. Freshness and goodness beats the rest.
I tell him I don't even stress, I be dealing with the best. Hey, watch me jump around and then flex. So much energy, I beat the rest. You looking for the energy? There's only one drink with the remedy. Untamed energy in a can of a bottle. Every time I drink it up, keeps me moving, keep me on track. There's nothing like Wildcat. Yeah, say Wildcat, untamed energy. Wildcat, untamed energy. Wildcat, untamed energy. Wildcat, untamed energy.
Wildcat Energy Drink. Untamed energy.
Honey, your breakfast is ready.
Fast breakfast.
Oh, by the way, today I've creamed your coffee with the new delicious Cream It coffee and tea creamer.
Oh,
enjoy.
Goodness me! Absolutely splendid, creamy aroma.
Rasha Jr., the
aroma is just absolutely intriguing.
Once you've tried the new same person again, smooth, creamy, delicious texture turns any hot beverage into a world-class hot drink. So indulge yourself. The next cup of coffee or tea you make, cream it. Cream It coffee and tea creamer. It just tastes better when you cream it. A Trade Kings company.
Good news to all our customers. Fresh buns, fresh bread in different sizes, confectionery and special rich cakes for all events. We're also offering butchery products such as oxtail, smoked chicken, smoked pork, T-bone, special cut, mince meat, pork chops, and many more. For orders and inquiries, call, WhatsApp, or text on 096 7876 903 or 0975098460. F Bakery. Freshness and goodness beats the rest.
Good afternoon, and this is SUNFM Radio and TV. So we're looking at the Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022. Now, this comes at a critical time when communities across the country are working hard to prevent clinic, as well as Madam Mazuba Mwanaziani, who is also the legal officer with National Legal Aid Clinic for Women. So you can come through by calling the number 0212-617140, and in case you do have a comment or a question with regards the Children's Code Act of number 12 of 2022. All right, now let's look at the duties and responsibilities of a child. Does a child have duties and responsibilities, or child just has to sit back and the parents do everything?
There's a duty to respect their parents and cultural norms that the community holds. Children have a duty to preserve and strengthen the values of the nation. So those are the duties that children have.
Right. And parents, is there where do the children and the parents meet? Is there a line, or each one performs accordingly?
Okay, so it's a parental responsibility, really, or the duty in this case. Children's Code Act of to actually educate me. So they also have a responsibility to health care. They have a responsibility to provide food and the safety is brought up in an environment that is conducive for his development and also for the development of the nation. Thank you.
All right. Now, in the situation where a parent or parents do not fulfill their obligations, what are sanctions applicable where a person does not exercise parental responsibility?
Okay, so parents willfully refuse or fail to provide, like she said, maintenance to support the children to go to school, providing food. So where a parent willfully neglects to support the children, they'll be found liable. They'll be charged with a fine, which shouldn't be more than.
All right. And do children come to report to your clinic, or how do you know that, okay, this person is neglecting? Or is it that as you move about doing your duties, you see all these children around who are doing what they're not supposed to do, then you inquire? How does it work?
For applications of maintenance, child neglect, so to say. So there are those that come to us and they come and they report to say, no, my parents are not providing. And most times you would find it's women that come on behalf of the children where father has failed to provide for that child. And then there it is certain children with you'll find that maybe at a traffic light there's morning is selling maybe groundnuts, and you're wondering, has this child gone to school? So maybe you inquire more from there, but usually we don't on the streets on this particular time. So to answer your question is twofold. We do recognize these children in the streets, and there are a lot of them that actually are reported at our offices.
Right.
Yes.
And where does the government come in this regard?
Okay, so the government comes in many